I want to go straight into DDG, and I'm gonna play the clips as I've saved them, and we're gonna piece it together and make sense of it, hopefully. But I feel like
Don't give a
if I'm being real with y'all, this is just a "I told you so" moment, right? I know you hate that I think this way. I know you think that is wrong of me. shout out to Solange, man. I told you so. I told y'all that this nigga had been doing this slick shit, crossing her boundaries since the April 1st, the April Fool's pregnancy shit. I have been clocking his behavior since then. That's all. Let's let him do it.
fuck about hanging around no girls. I want to be around my son. Like, I don't want to be on no blogs and no shit like that, nigga. I'm just trying to kick it. But I gotta do shit like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra shit when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. But today was my last straw. I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wouldn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that. And then I get there and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like, she got her own shit going on. I got my own shit going on in terms of who we fuck with. Like, we not together whatsoever. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. So ain't got nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads out there go through this shit. Some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got this fucking golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to keep doing that because I'm a real nigga. But this shit is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like, today, I wasn't even going to take him out because he's sick. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No, because I don't.
Okay. So I wanted to replay that clip because I just want to cover a few things. First of all, you weren't very clear, and I think that was intentional. But what I have often seen is men will do shit like this so that they can make the woman look bad. Like, you will go over there without having a conversation to her prior. You will automatically assume in your head that she should let you sit in her living room with the baby while the baby's sick. Now, I feel like you should go to court. Even when you're on good terms, I think people should go to court and just get everything written out so that it's clear. Because what always ends up happening is that somebody gets in their feelings and decides they want to go against whatever the original agreement is. And I understand that women are petty because I have seen that. But I've also seen more often than not men who are extremely petty simply because the woman doesn't want to be with them anymore, specifically if the woman was a wife. I think I have seen that more than women withholding the children. And I've actually seen that up close and personal. So please don't misunderstand me. I know how women can be, but I also feel like there is a gross understating of how men will be very, very petty when it comes to women and the children, and how I feel like men trap women way more often than women trap men. And I'm going to tell you why. Because most of the women that are trapping men because men have money. Most of you niggas don't have money, but y'all all want access to some woman who y'all can always have some type of emotional pull and control over. So if you have a baby mama, that's somebody that always is a place for you to go and stick your dick if your situation is like that. And often at the beginning, that's exactly how it is, because women are still reeling from your semen being implanted in her body and then being on her brain. So her emotions for you are tied to the fact that your DNA is swimming through her bloodstream, creating a fucking baby. Okay? Let's just be real. But more often than not, I have seen men be petty. If they were in the relationship with the woman in the marriage and the woman was the primary parent, they know she was the primary parent. But all of a sudden, when y'all break up, now he wants to be a primary parent because he doesn't want to pay child support. Another thing, I only know men that will not keep a job simply so that a woman won't be able to get child support out of their check. I have never seen a woman do shit like that. I have only seen men go through extremes so they don't have to pay a little bit of money to a woman that they no longer have access to. I've only seen that. So when men want to talk about, oh, women are so petty. Yes, women can be very petty, but I've always seen men take that shit and go to a whole nother level. I have seen men take petty to a whole nother level. Not being fair. Just as a lot of those men who are married, they get divorced and all of a sudden it's their money, it's theirs, and they don't have to share it with their wives. Even though the whole thing was, oh, what's mine is yours until I'm no longer fucking with you. And now it's not yours. It's all mine. Like, I've seen that way more. I've seen women back away from going at a man in court for what they are owed when it comes to money, when it comes to 401ks, when it comes to insurance, when it comes to child support, when it comes to a place to live. I have watched women walk away from everything they help a nigga build because that nigga is exhausting and tiring and they can't keep fighting with them. So you know what they do? They Tina Turn it. They let all of it go and say, I only just want to keep my name or some shit. I've often seen women let go of a whole bunch of wealth or just access to houses and cars. They will let it go because the man is only going to use it to control them, keep taking them back and forth to court and all of that type of shit. I've only seen men really do stuff like that. I've seen women, I don't want my baby around that nigga because of the way that nigga did me. But I've also seen in that exact same situation, the man kept coming back to get his kid. He kept trying to get his kid until eventually she stopped being mad and let him come get his kid. That's what I've seen. The times that women really do be doing that, when men apply pressure and they don't stop, the women eventually acquiesce because it is extremely hard to raise a child by yourself. Even if you mad at a nigga, it's hard to raise a child by yourself without real help. So at some point, you gonna want that nigga help. So at some point, if he always showing up like, I want to see my kid, where's my son? I'm gonna pick him up. Da 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 da. If they keep trying, eventually the woman acquiesce. I'm just saying, like, that in the examples of women withholding children to control or be spiteful with a man, I've seen that eventually that runs out. Versus the way men will just penny pinch a woman forever. Oh, you better pay half, even if they know you don't make as much money as they do, because when y'all was in the marriage, they were the financial provider. But now all of a sudden, everything is 50-50. Like, it's very petty. I've definitely seen, you know what I'm saying? I've definitely seen these things. Okay. So for me, when I see DDG, I feel like you coming online, so you trying to get people to be angry with her. So that's the first thing you doing that I feel like is manipulative and makes me not trust your version of things. Number two, I think you use your child for money, meaning that posting your child and all of that shit gets you brownie points with bitches and it gets more money in your pocket. So sometimes I don't know if you really care about your baby or having your baby is getting you more money. Okay? So that's another thing. Number three is that if you have money and you really care about your kid, why not just go to court instead of coming to us to try to get us upset with your baby mama, when at the end of the day, you have to live and co-parent with that woman until that child is of age and you no longer have to deal with her. But financially, y'all are always going to probably be giving to that child up until that child's 20s. Y'all are both going to have to be a parent to that child and communicate on some level. So you coming to us with this does not seem smart if you care about your relationship with her or if you care about co-parenting in a peaceful manner. So don't come up here and act like that's what you care about. Because if that's what you cared about, you wouldn't be up here talking to us about it, trying to invoke sympathy, which is really some bitch ass shit. It's really some lame, corny nigga shit. He repeatedly does corny nigga shit, but this is really corny for you to come to us with this. All right. The reason why it's corny for you to come to us with this, okay, sitting up there talking about been fighting to see my son for months now. Shout out to all the dads who try their best to be there. This shit sucks. He was going on several different platforms, dog whistling to all of you niggas that got ain't shit baby mamas. Cause y'all are out there, right, Umar? Right, Umar? We gonna get to him.
Don't take my son.
He got a song, y'all. Don't take his son. He's tweeting, he's doing lives, and now he's making music and putting his son as the picture for this. This shit is lame as fuck. All the while he's doing this.
I just want to come on here and tell you guys why I'm not posting. Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV and we do not feel good at all. So sorry I haven't been posting snaps, but I've just been using all my energy to take care of my baby and myself. Any mommies have any tips for this cold? We both have fevers on and off. We went to the doctor yesterday. She gave us medicine. She just told us to rest, lots of fluids, everything. But any other tips would be welcome and needed. Love you guys.
Okay, that's cute.
Never get him.
He said that his son was sick and he just wanted to take his son downstairs and take care of his son. But then you also told us that you and her don't get along. So if you and her don't get along, if y'all don't have a relationship, she has no reason for you to be in her house doing anything when it's her time with the baby. It would be an ideal world for you to just be able to come and get your son whenever. But y'all are not together anymore. And so now there have to be boundaries because you shouldn't be able to just pop up at her house whenever you want to. Just like she shouldn't be able to just pop up at your house whenever she wants to. Even though I give more leeway to women about these things because most of the time I feel like women, it's really about my kid. It's really about my kid. Like, I'm worried about my kid versus the way men will pop up because they worrying about who you with, who you got over there, and all of that type of shit. Her and the baby has RSV. It would probably be smarter, and this is what I'm sure Haley was telling him, but he decided he didn't want to listen to her, so he was going to do what the fuck he wanted to do anyway. So that's why when you showed up, she would not let you come in. Think about it. If you come in, you get sick. So that means when the baby is well, you're going to still be sick. It would make more sense for you to stay away until they're no longer contagious. Then you can come and get your baby when your baby is not contagious and won't make you sick as well. Like that's what just makes sense. Also, if she's sick and she's tired, I'm guessing emotionally and mentally she doesn't want to deal with you because you're a whiny ass Like, you're whiny. You're whiny to us on the internet right now. So I imagine you must be mad, whiny, and aggy to somebody in their house. They sick. No, I don't want you here. I got it. Me and the baby are fine. When he's well, you can come and get him. But until then, get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. You don't like me. I don't like you. It's not your time with him. And even if it was, he and I are sick. So now the agreement has to change because he and I are sick. This should not be that fucking difficult. But did we know it was going to be difficult? We sure did. We knew it was going to be difficult. You know why? One of the main reasons why I knew it was going to be difficult. Where is it at? Hold up. That's just another example of him being a bitch. But this right here.
The middle ass response. Imagine if you have like a BM nigga, and you gotta pay her rent, nigga. She taking niggas over there. You gonna be cool with it?
No.
You gonna stop paying the rent?
Duh, nigga, what the fuck you mean?
What about the kid? The kid gonna be homeless.
No, the kid not. See, I don't plan on having a baby.
What you mean? You don't.
I'm not gonna have no baby.
So this is Blueface already going through this and letting you know what this is about to be about. It does not mean that Blueface was handling his shit in a mature manner. It means he's aware of the situation that he's in and how he doesn't like it. Like, it's letting you know how these men think. Oh, because that was one of the things that a lot of them husbands be feeling. Y'all break up with the woman. Y'all have property together. She gets one of the houses. And now you're mad because some man is over there. Y'all are not together anymore. You need to go work on letting that go. Just like you have to let the house go. The fuck? This is why if you want to keep these things from happening, you create families, you marry women. It's not always a guarantee, which is why I feel like once y'all decide not to be together, you need to get over that. You need to get over the feeling of she not about to be living in a house and men coming over there. As long as the nigga ain't living there, as long as he ain't living there, she absolutely has every right to have somebody over to her house if she wants to. That's how I feel. And I'm saying, as long as the nigga not living there, you know, like, oh, you paying for a place for her to stay, like what Blueface was saying, versus we already had houses, we divorced, we split shit up. This mine now. Like, you don't have no say so. Like, the fuck? I'm gonna let him finish.
Baby mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life. It ain't like, I don't care what nobody say.
And you was dead ass wrong and stupid. And I think it's stupid for you to even have thought that way. But that should let y'all know some of the controlling tactics he's probably using against her because he never wanted them to break up. Do y'all remember I told y'all that he said he wanted another baby with her even though they weren't together? And now he's online telling us, oh, we been not talking. We know y'all been not talking because we remember last year when she deleted you off her Instagram page. We're aware that y'all have been broken up for a minute. You thought you was holding that back, was saving her from some shit? Like, the fuck? He is just like all the rest of the niggas that don't know how to handle being in a relationship with a woman because they selfish and immature. And eventually, because the woman now has become a mother, she's more mature. She has more to consider than just herself now. So now she sees that this relationship can't work out because he's not mature enough to deal with where I need him to be. Now that I'm a mother and I have a baby and we have a baby together, we can't be together now. Like, that's just what it is. He can't take that. So he starts to do things to punish her because he's mad they're not together.
I don't care what nobody.
It all starts like that.
That's not exactly how you think, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Sometimes the kids break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kids be the reason y'all break up.
What he be doing? He be telling on you and shit.
I'm cool with my baby mama.
I'm saying, like, what the kid? How the kid gonna break me?
Cause you still fucking her right now. He was still. I bet you any money Blueface was still going back and forth at that time with Stewie.
Still doing that part, huh? Nah, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get to rising. She might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she
the middle ass.
And see, look at the way they think about it. She may think she has something to hold against you. Is that what it is, or do women start to become more protective over their babies, and they're not going to allow you to just handle the baby any old kind of way. That's what I think really be going on a lot of the times. It's not, oh, she feel like she could start using a baby against you. No, nigga. It's, I need your help, and you're not helping me the way I need help right now. But the way they think about it is, oh, now she has something to use against you. The fuck?
Or imagine if you have like a BM, nigga. She gonna be acting different. She might be using the kid to boss you around, you know, to keep tabs.
Using the kid to boss you around. Using the kid to keep tabs on you. This is them projecting. This is them projecting, because I could totally see how a woman would be like, well, where are you? Because you've been gone this amount of time and I've been having a baby by myself. So now you acting like she trying to keep tabs on you because she don't want to be stuck with the baby by herself for an extended period of time. That's not about controlling you, nigga. That's about having help. You're projecting. Because that's exactly what you would be doing, using a baby to control her. Going over to her house talking about my baby here, so I want to know who over here and all of that shit. Dudes do that shit all the time. Only want to be a daddy when the possibility of another nigga being a better father to your kid than you comes into play. I'm telling y'all, most of the men don't give a fuck about being a daddy until the woman might have another man that will play a father to her child. Then all of a sudden you won't step up and be a real father, a real man. Bullshit. The whole time y'all was married, you was being a secondary parent. The whole time y'all was in a relationship, you was being a secondary parent, and you ain't give a fuck.
And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, nope, this, that, you know.
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
They is.
You know how females are. They petty, bro. They is. Right, because these niggas not petty at all. Right? And this is what I be talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There are men in the comments right now talking about women are more petty than men. But literally in this situation, DDG has been online running his fucking mouth like a petty ass teenage girl in her feelings because she can't get her way. Meanwhile, Halle has not been saying anything about him online, and she has not been replying to any of the shit that he's been saying. The video of her being sick was out before he started going on live and all of that. So it's just funny to me. In this exact situation, we are seeing this young man be way more petty with his baby mama than she is being with him. Simply because he's bringing it to the internet and she's not.
Blueface was able to tell my future in a way because, you know, even though I ain't no damn Crip or no blood or no shit, we both black. We both grew up in struggling environments. We both experienced things. We both, you know what I'm saying, had kids. He had a kid before me. So
all of y'all that kept trying to act like DDG was not a degenerate, he was not a fuck boy. You know, it was a lot of y'all that wanted us to know how good of a guy he was, how responsible he was. Y'all was all in my comments flooding me out about how great of a young man this is, all for him to sit here right fucking now and tell y'all that him and Blueface is the same type of nigga. I told y'all that because they were friends. Because birds of a feather stick together. They were friends. I told y'all that. And this ain't telling your future. It's history, y'all. It ain't even just history. Look around. I don't know if people don't pay attention to what goes on in the households of their friends, family members, co-workers. I don't know if y'all not paying attention to what the fuck going on out here, but most men are handling their women in the exact same way when it comes to breaking up and the man not wanting it to be over. Which is why no matter whether you are black or white, men do not want the divorce at large. Women are the ones filing for divorce at large, no matter whether they are black, white, anything. It's because most people are going through the same shit, the same dynamics in their relationships. You didn't need him to tell your fucking future or some shit like that. It was very obvious. I don't know why you thought you were different, but that's usually the catch.
So he was able to give me, like, it could have missed. I could have been married. I could have been, did everything the correct way, but it's unfortunate that didn't happen, but it ended up being the same circumstances. It be like that, sometimes
it wouldn't have been the same circumstances had you married her. Y'all would have broke up later on. Y'all still might have broke up, but it would have forced y'all to hold on a little bit longer. It would have forced her to hold on a little bit longer. I promise you that. If she was somebody's wife, it would have made her feel like she had to hold on to him longer. I'm glad she didn't marry him, but I'm just saying, y'all, I know he's saying, the same outcome. Yeah, possibly. But the marriage was supposed to make y'all feel more responsible for one another and more responsible in what y'all were doing together. And it's obvious that you feel a lack of responsibility to her. Just saying. Y'all still would have broke up, but it probably would have lasted a little bit longer than it did.
We lived the same life.
But you wasn't prepared for that, and I don't think she was either. So I'm glad y'all didn't get married. Please don't get me wrong.
Lives in a way. So all that clip really made me understand is that, we kind of go through the same thing, Blueface was able to.
And I also feel like at the end of the day, like a lot of people in the comments are saying, and we all know there are women out there that are not maternal, but for the women that are, you literally physically grow the baby. You have a physical attachment to the baby, especially in those first year or two, actually first 5 years after a woman gives birth. I believe her body is still very much dealing and attached to the baby. So I just kind of feel like it's mad weird for you to not understand why you don't have the same rights to the baby as she does. She's the primary parent, and her body she's probably breastfeeding. That's another thing. Like literally creating the food for the baby, and you want to take the baby away from her because y'all not together no more, right? So let me show y'all something else. Hold up, because I don't know whether I saved it here or I saved it somewhere else. But hold up. Y'all, can y'all do me a favor and like the video and just, let me know that y'all are enjoying the content? It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so this is one clip. I'm gonna play this one while I'm looking for the other one.
I wasn't here. I wasn't here when this happened, but I did get a video before y'all seen it, so that made me happy. But Halo is walking. Thing is, when he started walking, I seen it. See, I don't even want to say all of that. See, but I ain't know he started walking until I went on the internet. I ain't even know. I seen it on the internet. It's not cool, bro. When I got home, he know how to walk. I didn't miss so much shit. I wasn't here.
All right, y'all. So yeah, hold up. I'm trying to get into my TikTok, y'all. But yeah, as you can see, this is literally, hold up, y'all. Hold up. This is literally him lying to the people that are watching. And because he's online so much, I don't think he remembers when he has told y'all the truth about something or when he's lied about something. I don't think he can remember. Because he's repeatedly said things and then hold up, y'all, contradicted himself. Hold up, y'all. Let me go to it. Because I know I probably saved it. Did I like it? Sometimes I be forgetting to like shit. Cause somebody, I think somebody might have added me or sent it to me or just popped up on my screen. Shit. Hold up. I gotta find it, y'all. I gotta find it. Okay, hold up. DDG Halle. Here it is. Got it. Okay, so I'm about to turn the sound off. But I just want y'all to see this. Because to me, yes, I know a lot of people like to tell me I can't have an opinion on things because I don't have a child. I saw people say that. And my response to that always is like, I feel like, of course, there are certain things like giving birth, all that type of stuff. Actually, the physicality of having a baby, of course, I'm never going to be able to expound upon that in the same way that a woman that has gone through it can. But when it comes to parenting and people's relationships with their children and how they handle their children, I feel like I can absolutely have an opinion on that because I was somebody's child. I think a way that people like to dispel an opinion that they don't like or they don't agree with is to act as if the person either doesn't understand or doesn't have the right to speak on it. And I feel like that's cap. I feel like that's cap. Okay. But yeah, here we go. Are we gonna pretend that the signs haven't been there already? So this is a video of the baby repeatedly kind of wanting to come to his mom and DDG moving the baby so that the baby doesn't go with her. Like y'all see this several different times where it looks like the little boy wants to go to his mom and DDG refuses to kind of give him up. And to me, what this showcases is that, first of all, holding the baby while people are holding cameras. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes it seem as if you're more of a father than you really are by always holding the baby when there are moments like this, when there are a whole bunch of cameras recording and taking pictures of y'all. Also, to me, I don't know if y'all can feel it, but that's why I said I know I may not be a mother, but energetically, y'all, this bothered me. Like energetically, watching the baby kind of try to go to his mom and Haley reaching for her baby and him like moving the baby, and also knowing what it feels like for the baby to be kind of trying to get to his mom and you pulling the baby away. So, the baby's weight is, kind of moving around, which then kind of makes him lift the baby up. Like, I could just feel all of the energy of that. And I'm not saying it's not his child, y'all. I see that comment. It's still his child. Yeah, baby, we know it's his child. But what we're saying is the way he is moving, the way he is moving does not show that she's trying to keep the baby away from him. To me, it shows that he's trying to keep the baby away from her. And also, he is definitely, I think, intentionally doing that. I think he's intentionally like pulling the baby away from her. Like that's just what it feels like to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's my opinion, And as I've always said, if you disagree, I think you should make content and talk about how you disagree. You know what I'm saying? Do it. But to me, this moment, I energetically, this feels bothersome to me to watch him continue to do that over and over again. All right. So yeah, I just want to say, like I told you guys, he's a weirdo. He's a weirdo. He's not handling this appropriately, in my opinion. Coming online, whining to the public, using your baby for clout, trying to create distance between the baby and his mom. Like that's all some weird ass shit. And I bet you any money he was jealous of the fact that the baby was like, "Mama," when he saw the Little Mermaid and Haley was over there, like the baby recognized, and Haley was like crying. Halle, child, I know y'all be mad that I say Haley, but it's because her last name is Bailey. It just makes me want to rhyme. I'm sorry. But like it definitely was such a cute, adorable moment when the baby's like, "Mama," watching the Little Mermaid. And I'm like, I bet you that nigga saw that shit and was feeling away. I think he's jealous of her. I do. I think most young men in his situation would be jealous of her. I do. I think most men would respond this way. And, I think it's weird when y'all ignore patterns of behavior in men whenever they are in relationships, when the woman is, more famous or has more money or more access. But yeah, y'all, I definitely, he's definitely weaponizing his audience against her. And that's another thing that I really don't like, because I feel like, bruh, as somebody that does this, and again, I have to preface it with saying, of course, I'm not doing it at DDG's level. Okay. I'm not. I don't really want to, if I'm being honest. Too many people in your business is too many fucking people in your business. And I just don't roll like that. But, I would appreciate more viewership. Thank you very much. However, whatever. There are always times where if I felt like it, I could come to y'all with some shit that has happened and incite my fan base against people. Like, I have the power in my job as well to do something like that. And I never like to do that shit. Because first of all, a lot of people think that I'm ganging up on them just if I respond to them. They can say whatever they want to say to me. But as soon as I respond directly to somebody, now I'm a fucking bully. So I never try to incite my fans and say, oh, y'all should go do this, or sit online and argue about somebody that I have some personal dealings with. Like, online is different. I don't know you motherfuckers. If you comment some shit in my comments, I have every right to take your comment from under my damn comments and put it on blast if I want to. It's a public forum. Totally different from shit going on in my personal life and me getting online to incite y'all in anger against my old man or some shit like that. I've never done that. I might tell y'all my life story or tell y'all how I've worked things out or how I've experienced things, but I would never get up here and bash people in my personal life so that I could get y'all to go and talk shit to them. I would never want y'all to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that I don't care. I don't care how I feel about people in my family, y'all. I do not care whether we getting along or we not getting along. I'll get up here and tell y'all what happened, but never put a name to some shit. Never let y'all know exactly who I'm talking about, because I still feel like it's my responsibility to protect the anonymity of the people that are connected to me. People should never have to feel like just because they in my life, they life gonna be put on Front Street. That's not okay, y'all. And so for him to do that, especially already knowing how people go at her, he's doing that shit on purpose. And it's really showcasing that he's not a good guy. That's not good guy shit. Good guys don't get online and bash their baby mamas to millions of people because they mad in the moment. Good guys think about, well, that's not good for my kid if she's stressed out. That's not good for my kid if people got bad shit to say about their moms because of me. He's not a good guy. So the hoes can be windmilling in the comments all they want to. I said what I said. I'm not changing my mind. You could feel how you want to feel and keep it in the comments. Okay? That's just how I feel about it.